Do you constantly compare yourself to other people? Do you always worry when you see other people going live? Is your head exploding with where you should be showing up right now? Are you constantly stressing about when to post, how you should post, what you should be doing on each post, and how come, maybe it's just as simple as how come they've got so many clients and I haven't? I'm here to diagnose you with comparisonitis. I'm Dr. Libby. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm more like a brain vet. I'm a specialist neuro coach. So I'm all about why do people do what they do? Why do we tie ourselves up in knots? And what is it that we can do to change that? I'm here to give you some amazing value over the next 14 days. We are 14 days to Christmas, everybody. This is an advent calendar with a difference. We're going to look at the 7 deadly sins and the 7 daily virtues that we need to have as entrepreneurs with soul, entrepreneurs that do something in the world. And we're going to start today with one that I think is really common and one that's really, unfortunately, totally toxic, totally deadly, and that is comparisonitis. So what is comparisonitis? It's this feeling of lack, it's this feeling of scarcity, it's this always comparing yourself to somebody else. And that might be another coach that you see, it might be another entrepreneur that you see, it might be someone on the internet that you don't even want to be like them, but you want their energy, and so you try and do the things that they do. But why is this dangerous? Well, it's because it's all about what's missing. So as I sit here by this roaring log fire and in the middle of rainy England, and I'm talking to you all around the world, I really believe there's a reason for everything. There's a reason you're here today watching this. You might have stumbled across it, a friend might have tagged you, you might be sharing this with a friend and you're watching it thinking, God, I know someone who really needs to hear this. But why is comparisonitis the first thing I'm picking on? The answer is because a lot of people come into this market to try and make money. And one of the first things we do when we start thinking about money is we think about lack. We think about we're coming from a place of lack. And that is hugely damaging to your brain. And it's also damaging to your potential clients. So I'm going to explain why. This video is going to be about 5 to 7 minutes long, roughly. That's how long we're going to do. We're just going to do a short burst every day for 14 days, just to get you G'd up. Because guys, 2021 is here. It might as well be here. We have like a minuscule window and then we're going to be right in the middle of it, and it's going to be Q1. What are you going to do differently this year? What didn't you do this year to get you the results you need? I'm going to bet you money on the fact that a lot of it will be this. You've been watching other people, haven't you? You've been seeing other people do well and you've been thinking, I can't do it. That's really common. I'm going to teach you a way around that. So the way we have to think about comparisonitis is this idea of scarcity. Now, we all know about abundance, right? We know about we should be feeling this gratitude for what we do have. When you focus on what's missing, you cannot do that. As soon as you're comparing yourself to other people, you cannot be passionate about what you've got. And that's a real problem, because any business that's worth anything is built on a sense of self-worth. It's built on this idea that you've got something you can give to other people. So I've been fully booked for 5 years. I know that I've got something that people want because I've got proof. If you haven't got that, sometimes that's a bit hard. But how did I start? I started by working out my values and beliefs, and that's one of our daily virtues that we'll come to. Because as soon as you understand that you are enough and that you do have something of worth, you can't pour from an empty cup. You have to have this grounding realization of what is it you've got to offer people. Because otherwise, here's the result. You end up feeling inadequate, you feel worthless, and you feel dejected. You'll spend your day looking at other people on social, going, oh my God, look at how many people she's got on her Go Live. Look at how many people she's got hitting like and hitting comment and hitting emoji. That isn't going to do you any good, because the feeling of not enough is the big one of the 2 human fears, and we'll come on to the other one as we go through this little Advent journey. So how do we deal with comparisonitis? Well, the reason we have to deal with it is because of the danger it does in your brain to other people. We've got something called the amygdala. It is where trust lives. And as soon as we move into distrust, as soon as people don't believe you, as soon as you're giving people those hackles, you know that hackles on the back of your neck feeling? Yeah, that's when you don't trust somebody. That's when they don't come across as congruent. Like as I'm speaking, I hope my body language, my tone of voice, eye contact, all of those things should be in flow. They should be together. As soon as you're trying to be somebody else, you lose that congruence. And human brains are really clever, guys. They pick up on it. They pick up on it instantly. And like kids can read a raised eyebrow from across the room. You know what I'm talking about? You can read that tone in your mother's voice. Don't you dare. We pick up on these little cues, and we pick up on incongruence really, really quickly. They did a big study on this, and Judith Glass's book, Conversational Intelligence, is fascinating if you want to look at the data behind this. But it's all about people won't trust you. So if you're pretending to be someone else, guess what? The people that could be your clients won't come towards you because they'll see a mismatch in who you really are and who you're trying to be. And the answer, guys, it's all about being who you really are. Why? Because only then can you be authentic and congruent, this word again. And that's about working with integrity. So my big values, the big things that I really stand for in life are this idea of integrity. It's really important. And this idea of empowerment. I want to empower other people. And I wouldn't feel that I can do that unless I'm being totally true to myself. So as soon as we fall into comparisonitis, what we're doing is missing this really vital link. It's not the thing, it's never the thing the person's doing, it's the confluence of that thing with that person. So if you dishonour yourself by trying to pick a thing that isn't yours to own, like I see some people going into, like for example, pulling cards, and someone will have a lot of energy around that, and other people might then try to mimic that because they think it's the thing that's attracting people. It's not, it's usually the energy behind it, and that only comes when you're really solid in knowing who you really are and what you can deliver to other people. So I'm going to urge you, a little bit of homework for day one of this Advent. The first deadly sin is killed by shining a bright light on it. Look at where it's showing up for you. Where are you getting that little churning feeling of almost jealousy in your gut? Where are you looking at other people and going, damn it, I wish I was like her? Where are you seeing yourself get triggered a little bit by, oh, look at all those likes. Why is no one liking my posts? Write it down, because as soon as we capture it and say, today I felt blah, blah, blah about blah, 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 you become more congruent automatically. You become more aware of what it is that's pushing your buttons. And guess what? You can start to then work on it. So with love, own this piece. It's really important. I'll be coming back tomorrow. I will be doing this again, but tomorrow we're going to look at the opposite of comparisonitis, and we're going to look at how we can really combat this and move the wires in our brain so it doesn't become a thing for you. So thanks for coming. Hope to see you back here. Lovely to have you all in this group. I started this group because of this idea of lifting other women and women working together. I've spent 20 years in studying this, why do people do what they do, and I've got some great stuff to give to you over the next 14 days. So hope to see you there, and then it'll be Christmas, which will be great. So see you back soon. Bye.